And there we have it, my friends. 1-1 draw against Nottingham Forest. And I have to say, I'll probably take that. What an unreal save from Robert Sanchez to deny Nottingham Forest right at the end from nearly sneaking in to get an unsuspected win after playing with 10 men for around 20 minutes, 25 minutes of this game. Lots to discuss today, my friends, but very, very quickly, we have an amazing prize courtesy of Football Prizes where you have the chance to win a signed and framed Frank Lampard and John Terry shirt in a nice display. On top of that too, 20% of all net proceeds will go to Down South London, which is a Down syndrome charity. And these proceeds go towards helping a group of parent volunteer trustees who work in this charity. So as you guys can see, links will be above in the cards and description below. Listen, our form's been great. We're showing great improvements as a team. We're seeing great performances, great everything right now. But the reality simply is we aren't the finished article just yet. And I think this game today was a callback to reality. I don't feel disappointed by this. I think if this was last season, we probably lose this game and don't even get a point. So I'll take that from the team, knowing the fact that we still have things we have to improve on. And one of the big criticisms I've had about our game this season has been our performances when it comes to defending set pieces. I think that's our Achilles heel. It's one of the weakest things that we show right now as a team. We finally got punished for all these mistakes we've been seeing since pre-season. So I can't expect us to just pattern this in our game overnight. It's going to take a few months, to be fair with you. I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that we do lack physicality outside of just our big central defenders. We aren't the biggest team. So naturally, I think there's only so much we can do when it comes to defending these set pieces. I think we do enough at times, but clearly there's bigger teams like your Forests, Evertons, etc., that are going to have a game plan against us for these moments. Could we have done a bit more to prepare for all that? Let's say we could restart the lineup. Let's say maybe Tosin starts, allowing maybe Cucurella to maybe invert in midfield. If we had Tosin, Colwill, and Fofana, would that make a difference? In my honest opinion, I don't even really think that makes the biggest, grandest difference, considering the fact that we could have conceded right near the end, if not for that unreal, world-class save from Robert Sanchez. And honestly, thank you, Robert Sanchez, for being on your game today. He was called into action a few times where he had to step up for the team. I'm looking at particular moments where he saved a great shot from Nico Williams before then setting off Mudryk for a counter-attack. I'm looking at moments where he had to come off his goal line to act as a sweeper keeper. I thought this guy has shown great performances this season, and I hope he just maintains this right now because I've really been impressed with everything he's been doing. But going back to us not being the finished article, outside of just set pieces too, we have to show a bit more improvement when it comes to unlocking these defensive low block teams. Now today, I think we really did enough to get some goals today. I'm looking at a moment from Joao Felix in that second half where he's unmarked in the box, and I'm sorry, Felix, for someone of your ability, that has to be on target bare minimum. That has to be a goal. And of course, you look at Nkunku's effort as well, which was saved by Celts. I think that was a good header from Nkunku, good effort, just a spectacular save from Celts. He was on top form today to deny us throughout the game. So we made clear-cut moments to take advantage of Nottingham Forest. But sometimes, at times, I felt like we were playing in front of them maybe a bit too much. I feel like in games like this, you have to also show a bit of individual flair and ability. Look at that Noni Madueke equalizer. For me, he was by far the man of the match today. I mean, so direct, so fearless, very creative with his passing today. He made 3 key passes in this game. He's come off with an injury. I hope it's not too severe, but this is the Noni Madueke that is starting games ahead of everyone in the team right now, and deservedly so. I mean, the goal he took, I keep saying this, but this is why he has to have the ability to showcase his talent, to take these shots on goal, to be able to have the confidence to do that, because he is that type of player. Listen, there was a moment during the earlier parts of the season where I think 1 or 2 occasions he could have squared the ball, but I mean, my God, we're acting like he took 3-4 shots per game for himself instead of finding teammates. They were selfish actions, which some people tried to say that he was a selfish player in general, which was never the case. But you have to realize this in the system. With how Maresca encourages the attack to play, Madueke plays towards goal. He has the goal threat. Maresca wants to take shots in the game, which means that Sancho is the creator. to provide that balance in the attack. We need Noni to have the confidence and encouragement to take these shots. Otherwise, where does this equaliser come today? Where does that come from at all? So I think Noni Madueke reminded us why he's starting on the right wing and why he's made that flank his own right now. Top performance from him. And you need players like him to step up when maybe Cole Palmer had difficulties today. Now, I don't necessarily feel like it's due to him playing badly. I just think the league respects him even more. Last season were a few game plans to try and nullify his game, but this season we are seeing even more teams having tactical plans to monitor and look out for Cole Palmer. We're seeing Cole Palmer getting fouled left, right, and centre to degrees we never even saw last season. We're seeing him getting double marked at times. There's always someone man marking Cole Palmer, following him, even back to our goal line, for God's sake. So, listen, Palmer still finds ways to play through that. It just means that, listen, he's got more eyes and attention on him. The season will be a bit different for him, but this is where he will also continue his development and get even better. But when moments like this happen, it's also up to the other players around Cole Palmer to step up, because we aren't just Cole Palmer FC, regardless of this guy's genius playing for us, yeah? So I felt like I had to mention those points about Noni and Cole Palmer today. They still combine well, and I still think Cole Palmer was decent. A shame that he wasn't rewarded with that excellent touch in the second half, where I thought he was about to score the winner for us. But it's a shame that we just didn't do enough to take advantage of those good opportunities that we had in game. Maybe Nico should have stayed on the field today. At times, I'm thinking Joe Felix and Nkunku, Palmer, they try and take up the same positions on the field between the lines. Maybe it encourages the team too much and want to find everyone between the lines, left, right, and centre, which kind of means that we play a bit slowly, which kind of means that we're playing in front of defences and not really moving them enough. I remember like the moment Ward-Prowse took one for Forest and got sent off. I think for the first 3 minutes, we were just playing passes in and around Nottingham Forest without really penetrating them whatsoever. And I think maybe if Nico was on the field with Nkunku at least we have that option to play a bit more direct at times. Imagine if Jackson, for example, was in that area Felix was in for that header attempt. At least I have a bit more confidence that Nico will get that on target at least right. But still, you look back at these games, you always tell yourself, if only this happened, if only that happened, if only that happens. It's normal, it's to be expected, because we aren't the finished article just yet, and that's okay. I still think we saw positives in this game. I'm sure the players are going to feel a bit disappointed to not pick up a home win, especially with the form we're on right now, and especially before international break. But it's a reminder to give more grace to this team and to have patience in them, right? For myself, when international break hits, I'm sure Maresca will relish having this time to work with the squad uninterrupted on more tactical approaches, on more fine-tuning in the team, because in the last international break, look how much improvement we showed since international break ended. I mean, it's been ridiculous, right? And having time like this uninterrupted with the squad is like a rare thing to have during the middle of a season. So I think Maresca is going to take advantage of this time, and I'm sure we're going to come back a bit more tightened up and a bit more pattern in these areas, right? I pray that we show more improvements in set pieces. Maybe we have to minimize how many corners we give away at times. I think we need to have a bit of like a preventative approach. Instead of constantly encouraging teams to, get wide, put crosses in, or maybe giving away some silly fouls at times as well too. It's a bit disappointing that we're set to miss out on Cucurella and Wesley Fofana for our game against Liverpool. That's not great. Hopefully we see Reece James returning back for that game. That would be ideal. But you still think we have the depth in the squad right now to cope with these players being suspended, right? It's funny though that I feel more confident for games like Liverpool, where you know that the game will be a bit open at times for us, maybe showcase our transitional threat, compared to games where we have to break down teams that sit back and park the bus. When I watch games like this too, it makes me think about the summer business, and I'm not here to be critical. I'm just, being observational. But I find it interesting that we targeted guys like a Simhen, a Mora Dion, Durant, players that also have excellent aerial threat inside the books, because you think if we had that aerial master for particular occasions in this game, that is the difference between, 3 points and 1 point today. And it does feel like one of the best ways to break down teams that do sit back and park the bus does involve quality delivery inside the books. I thought we saw excellent delivery today. I thought Noni Madueke played some great cutback crosses inside the box. I thought Neto played some excellent balls too from that right-hand side with his weaker foot. And Mudryk as well showed some great threat coming on. Really pinned back Ole Einar. I thought Einar had difficulties against both Sancho and Mudryk down that left-hand side. So that was good to see. And again, what an excellent left-footed delivery from Mudryk in front of Nkunku. And that moment deserves to be the winner for us, in my opinion. It's a shame that we didn't get the 3 points. I feel like our performance probably deserved for us to be the winners today. I know our XG was definitely superior to Nottingham Forest for sure, but we hit the woodwork as well too once. We had quite a few shots inside the box. Some were getting blocked off. Maybe we can show more improvements when it comes to setting off receivers to take shots first time. Just little small boosts like that, right? But I have to say there were still some positives in the performance. I thought the players definitely tried at times. I definitely felt like enough was done to create the winners. But again, as I keep reiterating throughout this review, it's a reminder that we aren't the finished article just yet. During this off time, I was making videos discussing all the improvements and how Maresca's fixed Chelsea, but I couldn't rightfully release these videos because I don't think he's completely fixed us yet. Yes, if I released it, would have been good just to take advantage of views and, hype in the moment. But for it being an honest type of factual thing, no. We aren't there just yet, and that's okay. We're not supposed to be there just yet. The fact that we're above schedule in Maresca's estimations is already a massive positive, a massive positive. But at least it's nice to know that we're only a few improvements away from being a much more fine-tuned and balanced team. But I guess, we're still 7 games unbeaten, but knowing the performances and the quality of the squad right now, they'll be thinking, you know what, to not take advantage of Forest, who were 10 men down at one of the key times in the game, we could have done a bit better on this occasion. So my friends, it was a decent performance against one of the most hard-working teams in the Premier League, Nottingham Forest. They are a very difficult team to play against right now, so I don't feel too disappointed. I guess maybe the only thing I would say is that maybe they should have been down to 9 men. Nico Williams with a little, innocuous looking push on Cucurella, that kickstart that brought. I don't know how the hell Cucurella got booked for that. Love that Levi Cole steps up as the, soon-to-be captain of this team. I think it's obvious he's set to be our skipper in the not-too-distant future, and he's not having no disrespect to his teammates, and especially not his manager. And I like the fact that the whole team came to back it once Maresca got knocked down too. It shows a togetherness, and it shows a quality and everything positive in this squad right now. More frustrating result compared to disappointing, but still, we take things forwards to our game against Liverpool, and for me, that'll be one of the biggest tests to really determine how far we've really come under Enzo Maresca. So my friends, thank you for watching. Share your thoughts and opinions, and on that note, I am Noni FC. This is BlueLionsTV. See you all soon. Cool.